Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Pinky's Productions. I am the lovely and gorgeous Pinky201. Today we're playing some more Planet Zoo. It has been requested by a couple of my followers and subscribers to do an update on my Planet Zoo Yorkshire Wildlife Recreation Park. Now, since the Christmas period and the New Year period, I've not done a great deal of work on this. I've done a little bit, so we'll just basically go through and show you bits that I've done. I've been far too busy working with my children and just basically getting everything ready for Christmas in the hectic period, and it didn't help. My car died in the process, so it's not been very good these last couple of weeks. But anyway, so this is the new entrance. I've been working on the shop quite a lot. You see all the wooden structures I've put in. All of this has been done. So I've worked on completing the entire wall. And then I put all these lovely shop decorations in from the Blueprint workshop. I will try and link every single one of them in the description below of all the creators, because a lot of them have done an amazing job. I'm just trying to even use the imagination to put these together. So I've used as much as I can to put the shop in. I mean, this one with the t-shirts. I mean, this is obviously a different designer to this designer, so they're all different and done their own unique work, and they all did some amazing jobs. I haven't put a cashier front in because I did try and it looked tacky, so I left it out for now. I could still try and put one in, but I'll see how it goes. So that's the front shop. I also worked on the top shelf as well. Now, in the realistic shop, this is black. You can see through it, but only just. I tried that and it didn't look right, so I thought I'd leave it. So I've also noticed I've got a piece missing there that I need to fill in with something. Can I do that now? That's on my mind. It, then that pokes out. There we go. It looks stupid, doesn't it? Typically, I go through and start doing an update and end up doing something else. That'll do. Better than what it was. But yeah, anyways, that's the shop bit done. I've also been working on all the other shops in the plaza area. So here I've got the woodcrafter, who does all the wooden sculptures and decor and all things like that, and he does literally nobody out of wood. He's got some amazing pieces of work in this real shop. A lot of stuff I can't afford. But I've used a real shop as well in the Planet Zoo game it's set in, so people can actually walk inside, buy stuff and walk back out. I put just a momentum in there. As you can see, we've got a try and get it down. There we go. Well, the wooden piece structure at the back. So you basically just get like memento items from in here, basically. So I tried to suit it as best I could. So we'll go up on the wood shop. And then we're going to the kiddie shop. So this is the baby shop full of baby toys, plushies, clothing, things like that. Now the shops don't represent anything to do with the zoo. They're all literally their own shops, their own businesses. They pay to rent them shops out so they can actually sell literally more or less anything they want to a degree of what the zoo allows them to. So they are just rental shops, and they are a fortune to rent because I'd priced one up myself. And they're only tiny as well, they're not massive, but here's all the plushies. I couldn't do baby clothes in whatsoever because I tried, but it won't work. Now, you just have to use your imagination with this. I know there's a glass door, but I couldn't place any other way. I had to put it so it's like you have to walk through an invisible wall. And then we've got fantastic hats in the Game It Send shop. So with them, it basically works with the animal theming of the plushies. I'll come back outside. I've got an empty shop here which is coming soon, so I can think of something to put in it. Maybe something that a DLC comes out in the future that I could use. Something like that. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. As it's been the Christmas period, I thought I'd do a Christmas shop since I couldn't remember what shops it's there. I only just started working on it, so there's only bits in it a minute. I've got a flooring to finish off because I did the other shop flooring and it took forever and I got annoyed and gave up. So as you can see, I started to get the level gist of it to go across and down, but I got that annoyed, I thought I'd leave it. Now, until I do the rest of the floor, I can't do the rest of the items because I've got to level them on to make it look nice. But here's the counter as well. This is also a blueprint that I took from the workshop to use. The only thing I added was the lights. But it looks absolutely fantastic. Still in the Christmas period to have your Christmas presents wrapped that you buy at the zoo and things like that. So go back out. My work's a bit shit today. I'll go back out. I'll go into the sweet shop. Now, I've tried to use best I can. I've had to use some of the Indian pieces of carrot and fruit to make it look basically like sweets and things like that. I mean, it is like a sweet dessert cake shop, so I could presume they're cakes that look like fruit and things like that. As you can see, this is also a work in progress. I've still got some other bits to put in there. I'll have gaps for me to fix and work on. But I did all the flooring in this one, so it looks nice. And this one also has the counter with a cake on top. Look like pieces of chocolate cake and sponge cake. I mean, they look like sweets, like giant licorice, boxes of chocolate, more boxes of chocolates. And we've got the counter there for the cashier to take all the earnings. So that's the sweetie shop. Not much else has been done in this plaza area or the entrance. I've then just left it basic there, what it actually really looks like, which is basic. I've got some photos now of the cafe that sits there as well, so I will be working on that at some period of time. I've not started the meerkats yet, but I've got some better pictures to work on the meerkats. I'm waiting for a spark to come for me to start working on that. And then I'll start working on, back towards here, on the lions where the hind rides are. And then I'll start working on this section, which is where a big giant another cafe building is. An entertainment centre and basically a giant grass like picnic area for schools and people, basically groups that come and things like that. I've not done anything with the bonobos yet. I will be putting a mod CC on to turn them to baboons, but I will do that at the end because obviously I have to tamper my files to change their skin over to make them look like what I want them to, but I might as well do that at the end when I have to do some of the others as well, because I won't be just doing them. But as you see, I've not done too much work. I've done a little bit on here to try and do it off like it is in real life, which they have this anti-climbing thing that goes around the edge. In the zoo game, it doesn't actually work because they go straight over it. They just ignore it completely. So, because it doesn't work in the zoo game reality, I've had to still put the anti-climbing on the mesh all the way around in the hope that it deters them off, really. But I've tried to get it as realistic to the form I can. The only thing I'm struggling with, as you can see, the rope. I don't know why that one's like that. Yeah, that should be like that. struggling with the rope, trying to line it up because it's supposed to be all like basically joined up so they can walk on it and things like that. But there's more than that there. I've just got to put them in yet because it were annoying me so much that I rage quit. I had to just literally stop. Inside their house, I haven't done any work. I've just literally left building structures for where they can sleep and some raw room where they can play without being looked at and stared at. I will redo this entire section to look like what it would do in a realistic animal house. So they would have little bits like this, but they'd be a lot smaller and in their own little pens. So they'd come through, they'd have a walk through into little other sections that they could sit into, like have a quarantine section for some of the pregnant mums that need some space and things like that. But I'll do it at some point because I haven't got any references from Yorkshire Wildlife Park to look at inside the baboon's habitat. And every time I ask a keeper, they said they're not allowed to actually take the photos and send them me. They wish they could help, and that's basically I've got that of 2 or 3 different zookeepers from the park that have all said that they wish they could do it, but they're not legally allowed to. So, but I did the best I could. I asked. That's all I can do. All I can do is ask for anybody who works there if they can get some photos of behind the scenes. It is really appreciated because it's literally just to help me do this, and the photos don't go anywhere. They don't get seen by anybody else, and once I'm done with, they get deleted. I mean, my own private videos and photos that I'm using are mine, so I'm allowed to show them as they're mine and what I filmed and taken. But if any show any pictures of any keepers, they're not shown anyways because they've already said they don't want the faces shown publicly. Too many places without their consent, so it's literally just ones that I'm legally allowed to show, I show. And I'll only do them in the live stream menu, so most of the time it's a black screen. By the time I alt tab, look as it come back to game, it's still a black screen to everybody. But is the African wild dog habitat? And there's one of the dogs swimming. I've got the names of the dogs. I can't remember if I've already done it. Might not, I might have. I've got the names of the dogs and some of the baboons, so I've got them to name of the actual ones that live there. I started on the fencing. Say started. Goes so far and stops. Because oh, excuse me. I got annoyed with it really badly. But anyways, from here we go into the woodland walkthrough. Some of the signs looking like they're in strange places, that's because that's where they are in real life. I mean, this habitat is meant for African wild dogs, but they originally had 2 packs here. We used to have 1 pack in there, and then their pups were in there with a different bunch of females, and I think another male. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't hold me to it. But they were basically in there, and they had another pack of their own. But they rehomed them because they had to get rid of the pups. They had to rehome them. They couldn't keep them forever. They didn't have the room. And this, from what I was told by one of their keepers, this was basically GN used as a quarantine section for when any of the dogs got ill. They had them still to put back, and they could hear the rest of the pack, and they could see them, but they couldn't get to them because there is that hill. So they only had literally a distance of looking down to see them, and they had to literally stand on the fence to do it. So at the moment this entire habitat is empty. There's nothing physically in it at the zoo even at the moment. It just literally stands redundant, empty. But it looks nice as an actual wild area anyways. Just somebody's put a fence dropped straight around it and they've not changed anything. So that's as far as I got with the fence. I will be putting the fence both sides all the way down this woodland walk. I've been planning to do it said it's a bit of a waste of space really because I could be using it to put other things in, which I will be talking about with space in a moment anyways. But is the walking the walk through woodland picnic bench area. I've got to put some more trees down the back to cover it up because the staff area is at the back. I've not done too much with the other side of this because I can't really remember what's on the other side of it. Can't remember if it's Wallaby Wood or if it's part of the African Reserve there. It's one that I'd have to double check and find out, because it's literally, you're hidden by trees, so you can't see it, unless that's the playground. I can't remember. But I got up to here where I started Lima Wood. So I started on their habitat and their walkthrough. I thought it were double for some unknown reason. I thought it was double layered, and it turns out it isn't. It literally is a double entrance to make sure they don't escape and clean your hands, and they just have one layer going all the way around. So as you can see, I started on the path and then I stopped. Excuse me. Still early morning for me. So the path will go around this direction, sort of sneak round, and then the lemur house is up here. The lemurs tend to sit around here. And then I know that goes out near towards Wallaby walkthrough and one of the other children's sections, but as I've mentioned before, I'm not going to have the room to go all the way back to, like, say, where the polar bears are and some of the tigers. I'm going to try it best I can. If I get towards the end of the park and I'm just literally short by a tiny bit of space, then what I may do is crush some of this up just so I can get it in. But if I can't, I will split it into two like I originally said, and I'll go straight to the end, stop it, and then redo, start in another zoo and do it as another half of the zoo. So I will literally, like, so when it comes to the video, I will do a walkthrough of one side and then jump to the other and then do that and then come back. But that's literally it for the update of what I've done through my Yorkshire Wildlife Park recreation. I've heard a few other people also doing recreations as well, so I'm looking forward to see how they do it as well, and see when maybe we can mishmash ideas and do different designs of what they've done to what I've done and things like that. I mean, inside the playhouse I haven't put any seating area yet, things like that down, but I am going to, because that's the idea. I didn't really spend ages working on this blueprint for a playhouse for no reason when I actually like it, and I do enjoy looking at it quite a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, please subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Alright everybody, I'll see these later. Ta-ta.